Ezekiel 17. Here God says, I, Yahweh, bring down the tall tree and lift up the low tree, and I dry up the green tree, and I make the dry tree to flourish and be fruitful. You know, the Lord Jesus muttered these words under his breath as he was carrying the cross to Golgotha. In other words, he saw this about himself, that he was the low tree who's being lifted up and the dry tree who's going to flourish. Now, in the Bible, a dry tree is what a eunuch is called, or somebody who cannot have children. Now, folks who can't have children, never had children, or folks who had children and lost them spiritually, or in one way or another, or whose family life didn't work out for one reason or another, can feel, I am a dry tree. I didn't flourish. Yeah, this was true of Jesus. He never had physical children, and at the time that he died, his followers forsook him and fled. Well, this is the whole point, that in this life we have to be brought down. In this life you do feel impotent. In this life it does seem that nothing ultimately worked out. And that, yeah, you are just a very low tree, a dry tree, impotent, life has not flourished. That's absolutely necessary, so that you might be lifted up. Why do so many believers admit that they feel their lives in a secular physical sense have not worked out as they would have liked them to, in one way or another? Yeah, absolutely logical, because Peter says, humble yourselves under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time. And of course, this is where the hope of future resurrection and future recompense changes everything. Otherwise, you're looking for fulfillment in this life, and you will not get it. Because that is not the promise. It is not prosperity now. It is dryness now and smallness now and eternal flourishing forever and ever and ever. It surprises me that given we have eternity in glory and wonder, that we don't suffer more in this life, that God doesn't cut off our arms and legs and say, well, suffer a bit, you've got eternity in front of you. He's very gracious. But overall, we have to be brought down that we might be lifted up in due time.